Hi, Adrian here from White Hat Automation. I'm here to demonstrate SpinnerChief 2, which is the new version of SpinnerChief. Now it's got all the great features of SpinnerChief Elite, but also we've got lots of new features which makes it very, very powerful. And the first thing you can see is the new GUI. We've got lots of new, easy to use icons. It's all intuitive, very easy to use. Also on the right click menu, if I just right click this word here, you can see we've got synonyms on the right click menu as well. Very easy to and quick to add synonyms when you want to do it quickly. So I'm going to move on and show you the first of the brand new features. And to do this, I've got a sentence in here. This demo will feature a great feature of our new software. Now, there's two words there, feature. And if I click on the first one, it'll show you the list of synonyms down here. And if I click on the second word, feature, it'll show you exactly the same list. Now, the thing about that is they are two different words. The first feature is a verb, the second feature is a noun. And the feature that I'm going to show you is part of speech. So if I click on enable part of speech here, SpinnerChief knows what part of speech a word is. So if you click on a noun, it knows it's a noun and it will only give you nouns in the synonym list. If you click on a verb, SpinnerChief knows it's a verb and will only give you verbs in the synonym list. Let's see this in action now. So I click on the first feature here, and here we can see they're all verbs. So it's only giving you verbs because SpinnerChief knows this version of feature is a verb. But if I move across and click the second feature, now it's only giving you nouns because it knows that this part of speech is a noun. That's a really clever feature. It's going to make it a lot easier and a lot quicker for you to manually spin, and of course when it's auto spinning it's going to be a lot more accurate in the synonyms that it chooses. It will only choose verbs for verbs, nouns for nouns and adverbs for adverbs. What a great new feature that is. Now the next feature I'm going to show you is AI, the artificial intelligence. Now we're adding to this all of the time, and we'll be adding to it all the way through the beta period, so you'll see it get better and better. But I'll just give you a little example, a couple of examples of the sort of thing that the artificial intelligence can do. So we'll put another phrase in here. You may have something like this: he, she, it, we, they, is. Now if I spin that, you know what's going to happen, I'm sure. Let's give it 6 articles. We've got he is, she is, it is. That's great until you get I is, we is, they is. That's no good at all, is it? And I'm sure you've had this plenty of times before when you're using your spinning software. So what we do is enable the artificial intelligence. SpinnerChief knows that it needs to change the verb when it has a different subject. So if we spin again, same thing. He is, she is, it is. Now we've got I am. It's changed it automatically. We are, they are. Now there aren't many grammar rules in the artificial intelligence at the moment as this video is being made, but we'll be adding to it a lot in the future, certainly through the beta period, and you'll see the artificial intelligence improve over a period of time. I'll give you another example of what the artificial intelligence can do. Let's try another little phrase. I'm absolutely certain that SpinnerChief is the best. Now, if I choose certain, and you've probably seen this sort of thing before. I'm absolutely certain or absolutely sure that SpinnerChief is the best. When I spin that, you're going to end up with I am absolutely sure. Let's turn the AI off by clicking it and see what happens when we spin. We'll only need a couple for that, won't we? Let's spin that. I'm absolutely certain SpinnerChief is the best. That's the first one. Then you get absolutely sure SpinnerChief is the best, which is what you don't want. And I'm sure you've seen that a lot of times when you're using other spinning software. So let's turn the AI on and see what happens when we spin. Because SpinnerChief knows that if there are two words exactly the same as a result of spinning, then it will delete one of them. So let's see that happen now. Spin that. That's the original one. Now we go to the spun one. I'm absolutely certain that SpinnerChief is the best. Now it's deleted The second, absolutely, because it knows that you don't want it. This is all part of the AI feature, the artificial intelligence, and again we'll be adding lots and lots more grammatical rules to the AI throughout the beta period. Okay, now I'm going to show you another great feature of SpinnerChief 2 called rules. I need to put another little sentence in to demonstrate the sort of thing it can do. Here's a couple of sentences. He used his PC mouse, then he noticed a mouse eating cheese. Now that's mouse twice, they're both nouns, and we want SpinnerChief to notice the difference. Now currently if I click on mouse here, we get a list, and if we click on mouse here, it's exactly the same list. So if I click on the first mouse and choose, because it's a PC mouse, I'll choose a couple of synonyms: computer mouse, mouse button. And then if I click on this mouse here, we want something resembling a fairy animal. Rodent, there we go, rodent. Now, I may want to add a rule for that, so that in future it would SpinnerChief would recognise that the word surrounding mouse here is PC. That's the key thing, isn't it? If I just click on the rule star here, we've got computer mouse and mouse button as the synonyms, and we're saying this is the main word here. These are all the words that are surrounding the word mouse. Now what's the key word? The key word is PC. So in other words, we're telling SpinnerChief that when it sees the word PC and the word mouse, these are the sort of synonyms it should be going for. So we add that, rule added. And now we do the same for this version of mouse. We highlight all the ones we've added, and we add a rule. Now, these are all the words surrounding this version of mouse, and the two obvious ones there are eating and cheese, I would say. So this is when we're saying to SpinnerChief, this is when we want you to add the words eating and cheese, add the words rodent. When you see the words eating and cheese, add the word rodent. Add to my favourites. There's the rule added. Now, if we apply the rules, my favourite rules, that's what we're looking to apply. So I will put the same sentence in now. Let's say at a later date we come across these sentences again. If I click on PC mouse now, it gives us that familiar list, and these are the synonyms at the top are the ones that SpinnerChief is more likely to choose, or that you would choose because they're at the top of the list. Now we click on this mouse, and the one that's at the top is rodent, because it knows that the words eating and cheese are around it, so we're talking about the fairy animal. Now that's a fantastically powerful feature, and guess what? It's a cloud feature, so that whenever you make a rule up, your rule will be taken up to our server, and as users add more and more rules, you will be able to choose, instead of my favourite rules, you'll be able to choose cloud rules, which is everybody's rules. How powerful is that going to make SpinnerChief? That's a really great feature. And that's not all. Here's the next one. Now, over at the users forum, we're always getting queries about what are the best settings to use if you want to really get the best out of SpinnerChief when you're auto spinning, so that you can get a good quality, almost human readable article. So we've added a button to the spin dialog, and you might have seen it earlier on, but I'm going to show it to you now. I'll just put a paragraph in here to work with, so we can have a look and see what's happening. That's a straight paragraph off an Easy in Articles article. Now, when we go into the spin dialog, there's this magic settings button here. There's nothing really magic about it, but when you click it, it automatically sets the spin settings to what is going to produce the best quality, human readable and unique article. Unique in the eyes of Copyscape, and we'll test that in a minute. So if I hit magic settings here, you get a notice saying that basically you don't want to be spinning multiple articles on this setting. It's only really good for producing one rewrite of an article, because if you produce more articles, they're probably not going to be unique from each other. They're only going to be unique from the original. So let's have 2 articles there, because the first one will be the original. And let's spin it and see what happens. Now that's the original there, and this is the spun version. Let's have a look and see how it reads. Consuming the best foods will safeguard your brain's delicate nerve cells, as well as nerve vessels through aging. The very best brain meals are no distinct from what's great for your coronary heart. So no, there would be better. You might want to change it to not. It's not perfect, is it? In the end, they each require a steady flow associated with oxygen, along with a smart diet to operate towards the top of their video games. So obviously video games is wrong. You'd want games there, which is what was in the original, I think. Still, fruits and vegetables aren't a diet as just options. You would maybe want to put sole options there to make it read sense. And then, actually, you might be amazed by the best food for losing weight. Well, that's fine. It's almost there, not quite. Couple of tweaks and it's going to be there. And the way we've done it, I'll show you the way we've done it in a minute. Let's have a look now. This is the original article. Let's check that by Copyscape. Now, you've seen this before. You do need a Copyscape account if you haven't seen it before. It goes off to Copyscape and has a look to see whether the article is original or unique or not in the eyes of Copyscape. And this is not, because it's in at least 4 different places. So if we now skip over to the spun article, that's not the one. Check by Copyscape, that one. It's going to do exactly the same thing again and see if the spun version is unique enough to pass Copyscape. Congratulations, no reduplicate content. So it has passed, so you would only need to make a couple of tweaks there to get a human readable article that passes Copyscape. Now, we're not saying this is going to happen every time. We can't guarantee that you're going to pass Copyscape every time. We can't guarantee it's going to be human readable every time. What we are saying is this is a highly advanced setting to use when spinning, and it's going to help you the most if you want to auto spin to a good level and get near to passing Copyscape. And this is what happens when you in the spin settings. When you hit the magic button, let's have a look at the thesaurus. We have now, this is the list of the type of auto replaces. We've now got this addition, auto spin to most readable and unique. And what that does is, first of all, it's going to replace phrases, because phrases are the least likely to have a double meaning. So when you replace one phrase for another, the chances are it's going to read well. Then it's going to have a look at this setting here, which is it's saying spin every 3rd word, which is what you need really to get through a Copyscape. You need at least every 3rd word to be different. So it replaces all of the phrases that it possibly can, and then it has a look and says, well, are there any sections of words that I haven't changed yet? And then it'll, if there are, it will change words so that at least every 3rd word is changed. So that is spinning to the most human readable level, and it's making its best effort to make it unique for Copyscape as well. Again, it's not guaranteed, but it's very useful, very powerful feature. And if you think that was good, wait till you see the next one. The next feature is negs, negatives, negatory. That's why we've called them negs, which sounds a bit negative, but I'm sure you're going to love the way this works. Now again, I've stolen a bit of a paragraph from Easing Articles just to show you. This is off one of their many weight loss articles, and we're going to spin it and see what happens. We'll spin using the magic settings that we used earlier. Now, SpinnerChief sometimes will take time because of all the parts of speech stuff that it's doing and all the rules and all the AI. It's got to do the best it can to get it right, and you'll see this progress bar working now at the bottom while it calculates the best articles that it can do for your spin settings. Now, that's the original article, and here's article 2. Let's have a look at this. Nearby already drink lots of water, then begin. Now that doesn't make sense. if you have a look at the original says, if you don't already drink plenty of water, then start. And it substituted the word nearby instead of if you don't, which is a bit crazy really. Let's read on and see what else it's done. Your body needs water to remain hydrated and also to perform important features. Extra drinking water helps with the breakdown associated with fat tissues. Additionally, it helps carry nutrition into cells, helping the transport associated with minerals and vitamins. The greater exercise you are doing, the greater water you have to maintain a great degree of body water balance. Now, that's not bad at all, but this first word is a bit crazy. So let's close this off and have a look at the synonyms and see why SpinnerChief is doing this. So it's looking at the phrase if you don't, and there, for some crazy unknown reason, nearby is at the top. Now, you users of SpinnerChief, what on earth are you doing to make nearby be the best synonym for that? We've also got a load more down here that just are not very clever at all. However, that's not a problem for this new feature, the neg feature. So what we do is highlight that and hit the neg button. That means it's gone. For the phrase if you don't, it's not going to choose that synonym. And I think should you not is not that good either. Should you not already drink plenty of water? That's not good, is it? Let's get rid of that. If you do not, that's good. So we'll get rid of the next one down now. If you. See, you just get rid of the ones that are no good to you and that you don't think are very good. That's no good. Should you not already drink? That's possibly okay. Allow me to explain. That's no good. Pimple remedies. You users, what on earth are you doing? All natural. That's no good. If you cannot, that's not quite right, is it? So let's get rid of that as well. Unless you already drink. Yes, that would work, wouldn't it? Store, that's no good. If you forget to, that doesn't work. Holistic acne, that definitely doesn't work. So you're just getting rid of the ones that just do, in your opinion, do not fit for this particular word. Until you, that won't work. So we're left ourselves with 4 really. That's quite a drastic situation. Nevertheless, we've got 4 now. Now, if we now choose to use my negs when we spin, let's put the original sentence back in and see what happens when we spin. We'll auto spin again, just like last time. There's the original. Now we've got, if you do not already drink lots of water, then begin. Now, when you think about it, this is a really powerful feature because, if you haven't already guessed, this is also cloud-based. So once you get a few negs going, SpinnerChief in the background is gonna suck up your negs into the server. There will be a great big database of cloud negs, and when you're using SpinnerChief 2, you will have the opportunity to go from use my neg to use cloud negs. So these are all the features of SpinnerChief 2. There's loads more features, and I'm sure you know a lot of them because a lot of them were in SpinnerChief Elite. I hope you enjoy using it. As you know, this is completely free because it's in beta. There will be a point when the beta period finishes, but for now, please go ahead, use SpinnerChief. Let us know about any features that you may want adding or improving, or indeed any bugs that you might find. Thank you for watching this video. Have fun with SpinnerChief 2.